Yep, and we do that after the fact, and we've gotten better about making all those dubs transparent so that you really can't hear the difference. For example, now when we record, like me restating something or Mary restating something, we do it with a mic setup that equates to the one that we used when we originally filmed. So the audio and the ambiance of the sounds exactly the same as the original recording.
I remember.
Go ahead, Mary.
I remember in the first couple episodes, like we had to
Yes.
redo.
Yeah,
all of it.
that's another point. That's an excellent point, Mary, and that is the episode 1 and episode 3. We lost all of your audio in both those episodes, and you had to re-say all the lines, and it was really terrible. And we almost didn't get past episode 3 because it was so frustrating. And the main reason, and I want to warn everyone, is we were using Audacity 1.2 stable. And it may be stable, but it's not very good. And so we would recommend Audacity 1.3 beta. And it may not be beta anymore, but we're still using it. 1.3 beta has never crashed once on us.
Let me get to safety and then I'll boot up the next...
Boot up the old next question.
Yep.
Wow, this is a lot of fun, guys. What do you think? I like the Skype
Yeah, I
Q&A.
do too.
Okay. Oh, I realized I have no coal. Okay, here we go.
Who introduced you into Minecraft and...
Okay, Breezy, I think we got your question. How did we get into Minecraft? And actually, in the summer or early fall of 2010 or 11, right before, I think it was 2010, the Halloween update came out. And we played Minecraft because we found it about that time because Missy had a science fair project. And we were looking up Googled the search term Java sandbox. I'm a programmer, so I was thinking that she could learn some Java as part of her science project. And in the fall of 2010, if you type Java sandbox, you got 39,000 Minecraft hits or whatever, because Cnanner's video had just come out that really spiked Minecraft sales. Watched that video. We purchased the game within a week. We had 3 accounts, probably 4 after a few months after that, with Ben joining. And so between the 4 of us, we've been playing since then. And that's what got us in. We didn't know anything about the game. We were looking for a programming, software development kit that was a Java sandbox that we could use to make a Mars simulator. And as it turned out, we found out about Minecraft as a result of that. So that's an excellent question, Breezy. Thank you for the question.
Okay.
Moving on.
Hi, this is Jesse. I was calling I'm calling with a question. I was wondering if you guys, if it's scripted, because, you can't necessarily, how do you, go along with all the monster spawnings and stuff? How do you go on with, your plan for the show while dealing with all, the monsters that spawn and all that stuff? That was kind of confusing. I don't know if I could really answer that, but, yeah. It's pretty much just how you really deal with all the monsters that randomly spawn and if it's scripted, that kind of stuff. All right. Well, love your show. Thanks. Bye.
Wow, yet another great question. And the answer to that is that, as Ben mentioned previously when he answered, there was a similar question someone asked earlier, but this is slightly different and in an important way. And that is, with respect to monsters, when we film, as Ben mentioned, I'll talk to the kids and say, okay, this is where we start the episode. We're going to try to film, 2 to 3 episodes, whatever we can get today. And at the end of the 2 or 3 episodes, we need to be at this point. Everything in between, there's an infinite number of ways to get to that end point, which includes different monsters, whatever. And so we will deal with those monsters because they tend to not block us from getting to our end point. There's one other kind of interesting side notion to that, and that is that we sometimes have problems that we don't think about until after the fact. A really good example is this whole memory probe helmet that Splice put on Dad to learn about Dad's past, and that was season 4 trailer. And when we started season 4, I had the helmet on, but I really wasn't supposed to. I had it on and did not have it on after we teleported. So there was a kind of a continuity issue there. So what we did was I went back and refilmed so that you could see the helmet on the ground like it came through the teleport but got knocked off. And in this case, of course, the teleport is really being digitized into this artificial world that Splice explains later. But that kind of stuff, the memory helmet was never supposed to be a part of the show. The fact that it caused people to have funny dreams, it was all an accident. And so that's what's nice about accidents like that, is you never know what will create the next story element. And so that's a lot of fun, to be able to just play with those ideas and try to fix mistakes. A lot of our plot points are just us fixing mistakes. I don't know if that sounds good or not.
Sadly enough, it's kind of true.
But that is an excellent question, so thank you very much. All right, moving on.
Okay.
Hello, my name is Ronald, and my message to you is, well, it's a question, is, do you think that Minecraft 1.4 will make any difference to your new coming episodes it might feature in your new episodes? So, anything that might be like integrated into your thing that are in the new update that helps you out in the new episode. So that is my question. Thank you.
Wow, another great question. And guys, we've already seen, and I'm not sure, we've seen, Mary, you've seen it, Ben, you've seen it, I've seen it. I'm not sure if it's part of a public episode, but if, depending on when this Q&A airs, you'll know this, guys, but basically the answer is yes. I'm not sure how many details I want to give away, but think about the trailer and the notion of the fact that there's a building underground. We kind of go into this world that we've been in before, and it's different. And so if you guys remember when we did the Snapshot Week 38 update video, we talked about how we were specifically going to put elements of 1.4 into the show. So that's a long answer, but basically the short answer is absolutely yes. It's a great question, and you're absolutely correct. 1.4 will impact Season 6.
Good question.
Oh, Ben.
Oh, something dumb.
Something dumb this way comes.
Yeah. I just knocked all the
Gear.
mouse and stuff like that off the table.
Shut up, Ben.
Hello, dadsRfunny. I would like to give you a few names. One, and maybe even two. So, number one, what is your, like everyone that plays this, first name? Real names, not fake, please. And what are we gonna be expecting for Season 3? Just wondering, Q&A video. That's it. Goodbye.
Okay, I think there were two questions there. The second one was, what can we expect for Season 3? And I think you meant Season 6. If you want to know what to expect from Season 3, you can watch it. It's about a year old. Actually, it's 6 months to maybe 9 months old. Season 6, we're just answered that question to some extent. We're going to be adding some elements from 1.4. And some other items as well. And we're going to go back and do, well, I don't want to give too much away. So we'll have a lot of cool stuff. As far as our real names go, my real name is Dave. Mary's real name is Mary. Ben's
No,
real
it's
name...
Mackenzie. Just kidding, no.
Just kidding, it's Mary.
It's Mary.
We don't want to confuse people.
No, it's Mary, I swear.
It's Mary. And by the way, this is an excellent point, because when we first started the show, I told Mary, I said, Mary, there's no way that you and I can call it anything. We can't call each other anything but Mary and Dad, because that's what we call each other.
Right.
And that's the only reason we chose Mary and Dad's Minecraft Adventures, because I said, Mary, I can't call you Mackenzie, or I can't call you, Osiris or something. It's going to have to be something that I'm naturally able to call you. So that's her name, Mary. And then Ben, your name is Ben. I think we all know that.
Yep.
Benjamin.
Benjamin, to
That
be correct.
Legal name, yes.
Yes, and David. And then also we have one other person we haven't mentioned, which is Missy Fenstrider. And her real name is Camber. And we don't use that name on the air, not because it's really like a state secret or anything, but because when we first started the show, we were kind of promoting her YouTube channel, which is Missy Fenstrider. And she goes by that name when she draws. And so really, it was just in order not to confuse people. And so you'll see some references to Camber here and there. That's Missy Fenstrider. And I'll be honest with you, I've gotten to the point now where I call her Missy about half the time. So that's kind of her new unofficial nickname.
It's kind of funny walking around the house just, Missy!
And sometimes we'll call her Camber in the episodes instead of Sasquatch, and we will correct those and redub them. Because, again, not because it's like we're trying to hide it, but, it just, again, is confusing if you've got Camber is Missy Fenstrider, is Little Sasquatch, is so-and-so. It's just like, well, how many names can one person have?
And then Chris, or Cause, his real name is Chris.
Yeah, Cause's real name is Chris, and we just call him Cause, and it's his nickname, and then, his real name is Chris, and you've seen him before in a couple of videos. Moving on to...
Okay, here we go.
Hey, dads are funny. It's Chris441779. I wanted to know, do you like being bald, or would you rather have a full head of hair? Thanks, bye.
Oh, man. For a minute there, I thought that was a verb. I was like bald up? What do you mean? Bald, B-A-L-D. Yikes. I like being bald because I don't like having to mess with my hair, which I think is pretty clear to anyone who's ever seen me in a video.
I love these questions.
In real life. Mary, how do you like me better? Do you think I should be bald or I should go get like a giant hair transplant?
I've thought of this through many times.
Oh, really? You sit through it and think through this?
I thought I smelt wood burning.
Oh, wait. What? Okay.
Your brain.
I'm taking it back.
Okay.
Go ahead.
All right. So my dad, I don't think because he's never turned around in an episode, but whenever he turns around, like physically, you will see like he has an apple, like kind of like a bruised apple, like.
Is that what the back of my head looks like? A bruised apple?
Yeah, because like it's like most bald people have really shiny, just totally spherical heads, but my dad
is a bruised apple.
No, okay, Dad. And so he has like this, like if you touch it, it's all bruised and it's all mushy, and it's like, what happened here? And so
I'm like a car wreck, is what you're telling me.
Pretty much, and it's really interesting. Like
All right, moving on. All right, we've had enough of that topic. All right.
Okay, here we go.
Hi, I'm Latino Explorer, and I was wondering, how long is the Magma season? Are you doing it until the 12th season or something like that? Yeah, that's my question. Thanks.
Until I go to college.
Yeah, I would think until Mary goes to college, we're probably safe. Although, Ben, I don't know. You'll go to college before Mary does. The order of ages is pretty much Missy and Ben at the top of the age range.
You guys are oldies.
And then Mary at the bottom. And, of course, Dad and Chris being way up off the scale. So, I don't know. Ben, we got a couple more years with Ben and a few more years after that with Mary. So we'll see what happens. Not
a couple. I've got a lot.
We'll see.
Quite a few.
Well, a couple for Ben and a couple more for you. So we'll see. So I don't know, Mary. I don't know. LaCane, I think is how you pronounce that name. I don't know. The other thing is really how many more seasons do we really have? Period. We do 4 a year, or actually it's more like 4 every 13 months or 15 months or whatever. So I would think, again, 4 more seasons minimum. But I don't know. It's hard to say. We don't want the show to run into the ground. A lot of people say to us, we really like the old episodes. We really like the new episodes. Oh, I like the episodes in the middle. So we've learned that we can't please everyone all the time with the different kinds of episodes that we do. They are different over time. I think each season is different. I can personally say the only episodes I probably didn't like were the ones in season 5 when I was lost. I felt like me being alone, we lost a lot of the chemistry of all the characters. I think the kids retained it for their part of the video, but when I was alone, it was kind of tough for me to be able to be funny. Because a lot of it's us playing off each other. But that's the kind of stuff we learn. But other than those 3 or 4 episodes, I really like almost all of them. They're a lot of fun to go back and watch the old ones. You can, really see us developing, I think, in terms of trying to figure out how to do this. Okay, guys, so that wraps it up for this Q&A. And I don't know if you have any parting comments, Mary?
Okay, make sure you leave more Skype comments for our next Q&A video.
That's a good thing. Anything, Ben, you want to point out? You
No,
good?
it's just been a lot of fun filming with these guys. I've had a good few years, and I think I'm about to die, but I've had a lot of fun with these guys, and I wouldn't trade any of the time I've spent with them for anything.
Awesome, Ben. That's so nice. All right, well, guys, we would say the same thing about you guys as well. All these comments are great. YouTube comments, emails. You can get email contact info at dadsRfunny.com. You can get skins, downloads of maps, and tracks that we make. One last answer to a question that nobody asked is, where do you get your music? We get that a lot. We make it because we don't want to have to deal with copyright, so we make our own music. Okay, that's it. Bonus question is over. So thanks for watching, guys. Bye.
Bye. Wow, that was
spectacularly well.
That was timed pretty well. I got back to the house as we said bye.
Wait.